I think it's very normal, especially in the beginning of that spiritual awakening, to doubt and to like think that we're making things up. And I know it's happened to me like years ago. I would like meditate and I would hear messages, and the first thought in my mind was my ego saying, you're just making this up.
Yeah.
What advice would you give to anyone who's thinking, going through the same thing? Like, how can people just have that trust?
Sure. So there are two things that I want to mention. Number one is to, if you see something, for example, you do a meditation and you want to connect with your spirit guide and you see a tiger, don't immediately assume, okay, I saw this is my spirit guide. My rule is like the rule of three. So if things happen three times, then I know that I can trust it. If it
Mm,
happens only once, then I take note, but I don't immediately assign like a big meaning to it. So I wait until I see some or hear or feel or whatever three times, because then I know spirit really wants me to know this is important.
right.
And number two is really practice. It's really about like trying to connect with your guide again and again and again. And later on, I'll explain how to do that in a practical way. And then it's really about practice, because connecting with your spirit guide is just like any other skill. We can all learn it, just like we can all dance. Not everyone's going to be like a professional dancer, but we can all dance and we can all connect with our spirit guides. It's a skill, you can practice it, and that's what it takes. And the more practice you get, the more you realize, oh, there's something to this, and the more your ego will understand, okay, I'm not making this up. So it's
Yeah.
really about like doing it again and again and again and again.
Yeah, I love that. And I think a, a lot of people take imagination for granted, and I think we need to go back to that pure child inside of us that just, allows the imagination to take us
Yeah.
wherever it wants to take, because we think we're making it up, but sometimes we might be making it up, and that's our imagination, but that's still a spiritual experience,
Yes,
right?
yes, because our spirit guides use our imagination to communicate with us. So let's say you're doing a guided meditation, as there are many on YouTube. Do a guided meditation and you think, oh, I'm just making this up. But that's okay, because your guides know that you are using your imagination in that moment. And even if, like, let's say 90% of what happens you are making it up, your spirit guide will be able to like kind of like inject their message into it. So the 5% that you're not making up is them, and that's valid and that's okay. So it's fine to use your imagination. Your imagination is a tool to, it's like a stepping stone towards the spirit world.
Mhm.
So don't be afraid to make things up. It's totally fine.
Yeah.